Hey everybody, just wanted to do a little vlog today. It's been a while since I've done one. First of all, I'd really like to thank all my new subs, mainly thanks to IPS on his live at the Penguin Factory when he's doing his live streams. All the people in the chat are encouraging one another to sub so that we can all create the community, or help build rather the community. So yeah, I'd like to thank all my new subs, and I'm subbing as many people that I can that are like-minded as well, so that we can all interact and, as I say, build a community. Also, I'd like to thank Patricia of Flat Earth and Other Hot Potatoes. She gave me a massive shout out yesterday regarding my store Tashbell on zazzle.com.au. I've created a whole range of postcards. They're really cheap and they're a good way of getting the word out there, and it's nice to receive old school snail mail by getting a postcard in the mail from a friend from overseas. So yeah, if you feel inclined and you want to check them out and maybe purchase one. I also mainly did them for the Globe Exit art show that's coming up in about a week's time, I think. The first annual Flat Earth art exhibition that IPS has organised. I've also got my stamp, my Research Flat Earth stamp on my store. I've ordered my one to come in the mail, so eagerly awaiting that so I can start stamping everything in sight to get the word out. Also, I'd like to thank Patricia and IPS as well for promoting my song Flat World. If you haven't seen it, just check it out on my channel, 7 Ravenwolf. I've got more Flat Earth songs sort of in the mix, just working on them at the moment, so I'll get them out as soon as I can. Also, what else have I got on my list? Just wanted to talk a little bit about recycling and being conscious of the environment. I think since a lot of people have sort of opened their eyes up to the lies of climate change, global warming, carbon footprint and all that sort of stuff, I've noticed that there's been a lot of people in the community that have actually been talking about not having to be conscious of environmental issues. But I still feel, regardless of the shape of where we live, we still need to be mindful of the environment and to not deliberately be wasteful. So I'm still doing my part and doing my recycling and all that sort of stuff. So that hasn't changed, even though I now know that there isn't a lack of resources and there isn't anything, there's no such thing as global warming per se, and the whole carbon footprint thing is just the government's way of generating more revenue through carbon tax and things. But it's still nice to be mindful of the environment and to not be wasteful. So I just wanted to put that forth. Okay, next on my list, I wanted to talk about a couple of our Flat Earth furry friends out there. So just thinking of Frankie. He is the little dog of Hangnail's. So yeah, just I don't know if anyone knows or has seen Hangnail's recent vlog, but Frankie was in a little bit of trouble and has got pancreatic cancer, I think it is. So yeah, sending love and healing to little Frankie, and hope that he can live the rest of his days out peacefully and lovingly and happily with his family, which I'm sure he will. So I just wanted to shout out to Frankie. And also to Flynn, Patricia, one of Patricia's cats, who's recently broken a couple of bones in his paws and has to have an operation. So we all hope that Flynn gets well soon and is returned to his brother and sister waiting at home, Greer and Rory. Recently I started sun gazing. I'm still only up to a few minutes. I try and do it morning and afternoon when I can. Sometimes it's hard in the afternoon because of where I'm situated. There's a lot of trees, a mountain range that runs along the eastern seaboard of the eastern side of Australia, the Great Dividing Range, so it's a little bit difficult sometimes to sort of see it as it's actually setting, so-called setting, going away, from our point of view, from our perspective. But yeah, I try and get in about probably an hour, 45 minutes before it actually goes out of view. And yeah, I've been having some really great results with the sun gazing, and I'm looking forward to continuing that. What else have I got? The Flat Earth Conference. I've heard a few and seen a few comments from people recently still going on about how, you know, they think that that's a big sellout and that that the promoters are only in it for the money, and all that sort of thing, and that it's contrived, and yeah, all sorts of different negative comments. Well, I just want to put forth that I actually don't think it is, and I don't think it's overpriced, and if I was living in the States, I'd definitely be going. I've been to various conferences over the years. A few years ago, I went and saw Wayne Dyer and Louise Hay and a few of the motivational type, you know, sort of metaphysical type speakers. And I paid, and this is going back even into the 90s, and I paid, you know, $300-400 for a weekend conference. So I think what they're charging for the Flat Earth Conference is not expensive at all, and obviously the promoters do have to cover their costs. They can't be out of pocket when it comes to hiring the venue and different things like that. So, and I think it's a good thing to get like-minded people together and to share ideas and to meet other like-minded flat earthers and interact in that way. So yeah, my point of view on it is, you know, if I was there in America, I'd definitely be going, and hopefully one day we might be able to get something similar happening in Australia like they're actually doing in the UK next year. What else have I got? I also just wanted to shout out, I know a few other people have done, but DITRH, probably everyone that's watching this knows that he had his channel taken down and has had to restart a new channel. So, but for those who may have missed it, please resub or sub if you haven't already to DITRH, Deep Inside the Rabbit Hole. And last but not least, I just wanted to say that I'm going to continue on with my Flat Earth music and creating some cheap and accessible Flat Earth merchandise to try and get the word out there and spread the word more and more to everyone. And I'm doing it for myself, but I'm also doing it mainly for future generations. Like, I'm just recently a nana. My little granddaughter was born a couple of months ago, and I really just want our future generations to not grow up with the web of lies that we have, and to have a head start in really knowing the reality of where they have entered into. So yes, hopefully by the time she grows up, it'll be common knowledge that we live on a flat stationary plane. Okay guys, thanks for watching, and yeah, keep it flat. Ciao.